And today we have a really special scanner right over here, which is out of this world, and it has been blowing my mind for the past few days because the experience is just awesome. This is the CZUR. This is the way that it's pronounced. In Portuguese it is a little bit different, but CZUR Aura Pro. And one of the things is that there is another model very similar, which is the X Pro, Aura X Pro. And the difference is that this model needs to be connected to the outlet every time, and the X Pro has a built-in battery of 3000 milliamp hours, which will last for 100 minutes, and that will be enough to scan one of these books without any issues, which I will share with you in just a few moments. So this is basically the difference. I will leave a link down below. Now I will use some examples right over here because this is a really quick and high quality scanner. I was testing out with books, with pictures, with drawings from my kids, with a lot of stuff. Have in mind that depending on where you are, there are laws that prevent copyright from books and so on and so forth. So I'm only using this as an example. I'm not going to use the documents itself, although I own the books and so on and so forth. Just have this in mind. That being said, if you are looking for budget keys for your Windows 10 or Windows 11 Home Edition, Pro Edition, then B&H software is the place to go. I will leave a link down below as well. Budget keys, really easy to purchase, really easy to activate. Legit, we have been testing this platform for the past few months with a great experience, so no issues whatsoever. Now in this particular video probably it's going to be long, so I will put some marks right over there so that you can swap front and backwards, but I want to share all the experience that I've been having for the past few days, and it has been great. So keep up with me and I will show everything that is possible. Now the first thing is, this is a premium device, and in terms of the unboxing experience, it's just great. It has a really good quality. Everything comes really tight. We have the scanner and all the accessories that are necessary, including a pedal for your feet so you can press with your feet while we are touching the book. So everything is really well thought, everything in the package. In terms of the assembly, it's quite easy, but for me this was the first one. So the first time that I took all the pieces, I thought, okay, this is not an easy unboxing and easy assembly, but it was. And I did pick on the manual, which is really easy to follow up, and in no time I had everything put together, which is just lift this up and put the lights right over here, and that is it. Talking about the lights, there are two different kinds of lighting, and as you can see right over here, depending on the book, depending on the reflective page or not, we can change from one and another, and of course depending on the environment that we have. The software, which I will share with you with all the experience, as a technology which flattens the pages, and this I did search on the CZUR website. It's something that has a patent, so it's a really cool thing that you have on their software, which is really simple to use, makes our life really, really easy, and I'm enjoying to use it. It has three modes, one of which is by using like a simple lamp, which we can swap. In this particular case, I can just change with this button right over here. So this is the lamp mode, and there is an app that we can install on our phone, iOS or Android, and we can control the lamp with the app, or we can control here with the buttons. One of the things that I do enjoy is that if we have this space occupied, and probably it's a study area, then this is a great thing to do, because I can use it to lighten the scene, and it has a great light, so this is real cool. Then it has another mode, which is the scanner, and that's the main mode, and I will share all the experience that I have with you. And it also has a visual presenter mode, which basically will allow me to show everything that I'm doing right over here to a computer, and then on that computer I can put it to a projector, and just imagine that you are on an auditorium, big classroom, and you want to show some details, and this is a great tool to have not only at home, but I do believe that on a classroom. Now on here we will find a button that we can use to, like in this particular case, it's on the light mode, so I can put more intensive or less, but it will allow me to change from lamp mode to scanner mode with the press of a button, and there we go. That's the indication right over here of the power, lamp and scanner mode. On the bottom it has a connection USB to the PC, USB to the foot pedal, and a input jack. These tools, which are required for some kind of books that I will show in just a few moments, in this particular case it doesn't even need, because it will do a great job. I just will press the pedal which is under my desk and it's scanning. I can see the info right over here on the top as well, so I don't need to be monitoring with the computer. In terms of adjustments, we just need to put the book on the middle right over here on this line. Of course it has some adjustment right over here, and if we are not that spot on, it has this area that will allow us to control, and the software will be okay. But we can see right over here that it's doing a great job. Of course we can adjust in edit if we want. If we don't, then we have a great job right over here, even without using the tools. And I can just, so that you can see, I can just scroll the page and press it, boom, and I can scroll another one and press it, and I've got the info right over here. And that, I'm not really sure about that one because the page was moving, but just out of curiosity, it was this page. Great job, even with the page shifting a little bit right over there. The ideal is to use the tools, and the tools we can put them on our fingers like this, and we can go to the ends of the page, and then the software will recognize this and will remove. And to be honest, I've had some difficulties, if I can say so, to adjust the tools where I should place them, but at this moment, as you can see, we don't see it because the software will remove it, and it works just great. So the thing that I'm really enjoying is how fast and the quality that we can get. And I'm not even going to use the tools, really fast. And if I wanted to scan all this book, I would say, I don't know, probably 5 minutes or so. I would have all the books scanned with a really great quality and really easy to use. So the software is great, the scan is great, it passes a laser right over here, as you can see on camera, and bam, there we go, and another 2 pages just went through. So really good job. And of course, the more pages we scan and the more books we try, we will have more experience and the more effective we will be, because the hardware is there, the software is working great. We just need to get a little bit used to it, and bam, there we go. Not even know how many pages I've done so far, but recording for my Portuguese channel as well, it says 48 pages right over here on this book. Let's try with this book right now, and I'm curious to see how it will work. I'm not using the tools, and there is a little bit of reflection. So in this particular case, probably we want to use the other light. So I'm going to try that right now, because the device has 2 lights here, and if I press it, bam, just scanned, it's working, and it looks a lot better with the other light on and off. And as you can see, we have these 2 lights here, the top light and the bottom. I just started a new job so that we can do an experience with this book with mostly text, without any pictures and so on and so forth. So there we go, working right over there. But I don't even need the computer. I can just be right over here. I've got the screen and press the button. Bam, did scan it, working great. And I can press it once again. And let's see how it will. Yeah, I need to keep up. The software works just great. I keep on looking right over there, but I can just be looking here, which is quicker for me, I think. So let's go for another one, and bam, 2 more pages, boom, and I can do it. I think I can do it once I see the laser lines here, which it's now. I can move to the other page, and bam, and the laser, and there we go, another page. This is almost pictures right over here, and bam, another page, so that we can have an idea on how much time I would be able to scan a book such as this one. And bam, here we go. So if I look at it right now, great image, and in total I have so far 20 pictures just at this time. Okay, so at this moment, with this kind of, well, not document but souvenirs from my kid, I've got the auto scan selected, and I think I just pressed. I'm going to press it again. The first time it will take the image, and then it's just a matter of taking one, replacing with that one right over there, for example. Bam, there we go. And now I take this one and remove this one, and bam, there we go. Another one, and now this one. So the trick that I found here, it's not a trick, but probably the software that works that way, is that we cannot take too much time without placing an image. So if I remove and take too long, the software disables the auto scanning. So if we do this, and it doesn't matter the way that I put the paper, as you could see, I can put it like this. It will recognize the document, and boom, there we go, another image. So this is just great if I want to save my kids' drawing, my photo library, something like that. Bam, there we go. So really cool. I could keep here all day, and in no time I would have everything scanned and on my library. I did love this part of the auto. Probably this works as well with books. We just need to find out the better position in terms of lighting. Another thing that I notice is in terms of the auto scan, if I put my hand and it recognizes that my hand got in there, a different object, it will, boom, scan again. So this we are learning with the machine. Now I want to show you something else, which if I remove this one and put this one right over here and just give it a little bit, I wasn't in time. The laser was too quick. But if I put that picture right over there, one of the difficulties that we may have is in terms of the color of the picture. So if I do a manual scan right now, for example, what it will do is it will scan the picture, but it will show me, and it did already automatically, it will show me the background as well. This might occur because the color of the picture is too dark and this is dark as well. So let's put it like this, and in this particular case it's going to take once again, and it did the same but on the horizontal. So this might be because of the colors, but we can have the manual selection right over here, which we just select and then press scan. And of course this will depend on the pictures, but all of the pictures that I've got right over here did pass fine. This one was the only one that, not because of the background was really dark, but like a manual scan, just boom, and really quickly with the great quality, which is something that I love. And the quality, of course, I have in mind this is pictures from 1992 or 93 or something like that. So a really good job as well on this area with picture scanning. The only thing that we need to be careful is not to put it beneath the reflection of the light, because it will give us this thing right over here. Now this is the presenter mode, which is something like a bonus besides the scanner, and this is very useful if we want to show off in real time, and also we have the capability of recording. But if I write right over here, if I write something and disregard my letter something, and in this particular case I would need to put it on this position right over here, the scanner, so that we could read, and I can do some annotations and whatnot. So this is live and I can show it on my laptop, and of course I can show to a full classroom, for example, with a projector. And besides that, if I had the computer on this side right over here showing in a projector, I can also in a non-destructible manner, I could do some annotations, for example, right over here. Could just come and do a circle or something like a circle and a arrow, and we can do a lot. So if I move my hand, it's not distracting the paper, and it could be a object. For example, we have the pen right over there, so I could just say, hey, this is a pen, and I could write right over here, which is not my strong point, pen, and boom, there we go. Another really nice thing is that I can just erase the objects, or I can just clean them all up. And besides that, we can record or take a picture. At this moment we are recording. When I press this button, it is recording right now. So everything that we do will be recorded right over here so that we can show to another class without doing exactly the same. And if I stop the recording, there is more one function, because we can also take a screenshot, but there is one function that I really love, which is the freeze. If I freeze, the image is completely freeze, so I can keep on working in something secret right over here for the class. And then when I finish, I can just unfreeze, and there we go. We have the image live back again, which is really, really cool. So a lot of usefulness for this. Okay, and I'm using the automatic mode on a book, which is not difficult, but it requires that we get used to it. With the markers and with the timing, it's just scan the 2 pages right over there. And let's move to another one, and let's go, put the markers here, bam. One of the things that I enjoy, and let me take off the auto, is it's just did another scan. We have to be quick. Once you get used to how we use the markers, as you can see, the right side is perfect. The left side I would need to do a little bit better, but I do believe that with a little bit of practice and a few more scanning experience, this one right over here, we can see that it did a poor job. So it's all in the hands right over here to tell the machine where it is. Here we can see that it was bad, but on this example right over here, it's almost perfect, which was a right page, so we have no the other page is not showing, which looks really awesome. I just did a small mistake right over here, but in general a great experience. And I'm loving the automatic scan, which I don't need. Of course I have less control, but once we get a lot of practice, we can do, which is not my case yet, we can do the auto mode. And this is a more difficult book, and in manual mode we have more control than on the automatic mode. And we have seen how the software works on that image right over there, but I do prefer to show you a little bit more detail on my screen right over here, so just bear with me. By the way, for those of you that don't know, I'm Portuguese, so the examples that I've got here are Portuguese. In terms of software, it is available for Mac, which is what I'm using. It is available for Windows as well, so you are covered. And besides the options that we will see right over here, which we will talk a little bit about it, I want to show you, for example, that this was the first document that I was scanning, so a few mistakes on my side. We need to use this tool right over here and put it on this margin on the page, which is really cool. So once we get used to it, we will be faster and we will be able to use the tools more correctly. So we've got the hardware, we've got the papers, we've got the tools. We just need to be a little bit more efficient, and I do feel that. One of the things that I would like to show is that with a phone or with a normal scanner, I'm not able to keep the quality that we have right over here. As you can see, I'm zooming to the maximum, and wow, a great quality that we have. Now, one of the things that it's really useful is that we can use OCR. We can maintain the text. So for example, I did create two, one word. For example, this was created from that document, and it is almost, I would say 95% correct. Well, I did find a few mistakes here and there, mispronunciation and things like that, but nothing special. We will have the dictionary, so we will easily get what is right or not. And as you can see, I've got a document here created with the images that I can use them separately and can put on another document. I can just copy the text and take to another document, and I can also create PDFs like this one here, which I can select and search for the text, which is really awesome. And this PDF is created with that one with 42 pages, and this was once again the first time that I used, and there are two different books. I did use two different books on here because I was testing it out, and it's great. So we can use all these formats: Word with text recognition, Excel searchable PDF, which is with text recognition. If we do a normal PDF, it's just the image, a normal PDF, and it will be a lot faster. And we also have TIFF, and we also have just text. Now, one of the things that I would like to show you, and let me search for an image that is a bit crooked. These are all fine, but this one right over here, probably I would want to do a correction here because I did not do a good job, and this was me right over here on the edges. So I can grab this tool right over here, which is the crop tool. I can come here and say, okay, I want to crop here, select crop or clear. In this particular case, I want crop, confirm, and there we go. We have a page that is great. So the software is really made to those that want to be able to don't spend too much time thinking, and it's really, really great. So I can just come here and say, okay, this one is not as I want, just use the crop tool, go here, bam, bam, and there we go, confirm, and boom, I could export the pages. To export, I just need to select right over here and then select the document that I want. One of the things that I would like to share with you is that the quality is great, as I said, but it's not even on maximum. If I go to the settings, we can see right over here that I do have the resolution is on the maximum resolution, but the DPI is only at 240, and we can use 300 or even more, up to 1000, which is huge. It is as quick as usual, just the images will have more quality, will be heavier in terms of size. So great. Now one more thing, or a few more things that I would like to show you. For example, if we go to this scan, it will look for the device, and there we go, it's live right over here at this moment. So I just need to put the book where it is, and it is quite fine. We have this margin over right over here, which is great. And then we have these options right over here. I did use the color, and I did try the auto and haste, but we can all use this grayscale, black and white, stamp, patterns, and non-filter. I did try flat single page, which I didn't enjoy too much because I do prefer to keep single pages for my kind of work, which is the facing pages. I also tried the manual selection with a picture or two, and we also tried no processing, yeah. And if we go back, we will have the option for the visual presenter right over here on the top, which we can just press play, and there we go. We can use the image to present it, which I already showed. We can record, we can freeze, which is really cool. We can take a screenshot, really, really cool. So these are the options that we have on the software right over here. And of course, we have these options which are really self-explanatory, and these as to summarize, this is a really excellent option, and I do believe that it's not for everyone. For those that only use to scan one document per week, then no point, especially those that are on college, that have a lot of books, that study, that do their own notes, then this is probably one of the best tools, because we can, in a really fast manner, put them digitally, and then probably I don't even need to print. I can use it on my tablet, I can use it on my computer, I can use a pen to draw on the top of it and study and things like that. So with those printed pages, I can take my notes and so on and so forth without damaging the books, which is really, really awesome. So I do believe that it's great for this kind of student. I also believe that it's great to have on a classroom, especially big classrooms where we need to show some small details live to the class, or even record those details and then show to several classes. The experience has been great. Hopefully this video was helpful to introduce it to you. I was not aware of it, and it's really, really cool, out of this world. If it was, don't forget to leave that thumbs up right over there, which is really appreciated on this side of the screen. My name is Roberto, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.